Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Canyon. Welcome back to another installment of A, Crawlympics, and B, the day on which it occurs, which is, of course, Wheelin' Wednesday. We've got a quartet here that, if you'll recall, the loyalists all remember, if you've been here before, when we did the run at Mavericks, which is just kind of here out of frame. We are pulling 2 from the top of the leaderboard and 2 from the bottom of the leaderboard. We are taking from the first and we are taking from the worst. But this is the first week that I can determine where we were just talking about vehicles unsuited to the task. So if I were just to ask you, well, I mean, some of you will know, who was worst and who was first? We've got that mix there. Scarlett there, third in line, not great at Mavericks. I think she will do pretty well at this. She has a lot of unsprung weight. Moving from left to right, Blackjack, LoLo, Scarlet, and Ratchet. They share nothing in common except for one thing. They are all fitted with Fusion SEs. Every one of them. And it goes 1800, 1800, 1200, 1800. So we almost had a perfect quadrifecta. We get a trifecta, 3 all on the same motor. You'll notice there's an array of radios here. There's a very different array of builds, of shock layouts. I don't think any 2 rigs are running the same shock. No 2 rigs are running anything remotely close to the same tire. We've got Canyon Customs, we've got 3D printed, we've got single stage foams, we've got halos, we've got it all. This is the order that they came off of the cart. Carty B is over there in the background. This is the order that they came off the cart, and this is the order in which they will be run. We will go Blackjack, LoLo, Scarlet, and Ratchet. I don't know who is going to do the best. Sentimentality wants Ratchet to do it, but it might be LoLo, because LoLo is really good at this kind of stuff. So I asked if anybody wanted like more full rig breakdowns, but I guess everybody got their fill of that when we were on Mavericks. So here they are. Here is your 4 KLRs, Megalithics, Canyon Trails, and Panther Cougars. We are running the gamut today. So we're not just running the gamut, we're running the gauntlet. We're headed to deadline. It's over there in the back. It's reasonably de-leafed. The sky is full of smoke. It smells like a giant barbecue yet again, but not enough to stop us because we're back at it and we are ready to rock and ready to rumble. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see who manages. Oh, put your bets in now. Who's going to break a drive shaft? Because that's apparently what happens here. We haven't had a week yet where everybody comes out unscathed. And because I am energy conserving by nature, I hope this is the first week that that we come out fully unscathed. But something, there's that itch at the back of the brain that says, oh no, somebody's breaking something today. Deadline. Let's see what we got. Let's line them up. All right. Blackjack up. I had to remind myself that he has dig. What he also has is one of the biggest bodies of anything fleet-wide. Definitely the biggest body this week. These are the trail spec KLRs, not the reds. I don't think compound is really going to be the problem. Well, he's sticking pretty good. I mean, he is a Phoenix, so... Oh, that's some good settle there. And not just Phoenix, so rebodied, but still running 80s, still not built for big travel. He's a shorter travel guy. He's got fairly big overhangs. I think if anything is going to be a problem, it's going to be the width and the overhangs. But he totes a reasonable amount of unsprung weight, and he really does not behave portaled. We are hanging up in the middle quite a lot. I'm trying to lean towards a line that I think is in his wheelhouse. We're going to get a lot of 3-wheel motion out of this guy. Okay, I don't think he can do that outside push at all. That front bumper is big. I need to remind myself, and this applies to all combatants, reverses are not verboten here. We can reverse as much as we'd like. Ooh. This guy does not see as much wheel time as others because the body is a big pretty thing. There's no way he can get through that wedge on the net side. He's got to try to hang out here. There's that origin bumper in the rear getting hung up. Okay. This is going to be iffy. He's got a nice low speed control, even being an SE and not a pro. The 1800 is still plenty of wheel speed. Because while being a Phoenix, he is not he's not VFD or VFD twin. He's an Amazon dig box in the middle. So he runs his battery amidships. Do I need to dig that? Is that going to try to wedge the front up? If we get too much of that pipe, we're gonna lose. No. Okay, little throttle input there. Okay. Trail specs are doing definitely better than I would have anticipated. Get that side lug on right there. Pull it over. All right. I want to say this is this the only set of OT6s in the fleet? I think it is. We're doing pretty okay. We're still nowhere near the halfway point. Ooh, that was a big slide. The through the trees here is potentially an issue. Yeah, if I dig it, I can't get any forward progress. He's going to have to try to reset himself. The two trees are much tighter on the net side. There we go. A little bit more throttle applied. Got to get that big pillar through. Whoa. Keep all your fender flares. Hey, all right. Let's go fence side here. That's a good dig there. All right, good old Phoenix. Yeah, it's not even the approach, it's the departure. He hangs that rear bumper up. Uh-oh. Go back. Yeah. Oh, no. All right. We had to try to get the belly off. I know that last week we were doing some moments of just hand of God was allowing us to reset. Yeah, there's no that doesn't count as a second fall. That just is not him. He can't get on right there. And we do have to move back a marker because he had not made it to the other one. So let's try more fence side. We'll try to use the net. There we go. There's that bumper again. All right. He's got a snake hips his way through. So that is one fall. Ooh. Pull that around. Okay, we got to get uptight on this block. We just don't want that to fall off that marker. Okay, we're through there. Now the front bumper is a problem. Not a lot of room. Oh, it's really pushing the rear end over. Bumpers are biting here. Ooh. Hang on, hang on. Get that corner over. Come on, Blackjack. Come on, Blackjack. All right, we'll give him a shot. We'll give him a shot to breach back on. He's got anywhere to get back on prior to where he fell. Get over, get over, get over, get over. Okay, there's the halfway point, dude. You can make this. Uh-oh. All right, that might not be extricable because we don't have any tires in contact with the ground. Oh, how has he not fallen? Oy! It was a valiant effort by a valiant man. That is the 13-meter mark, I want to say, because the next mark at the next tree is halfway. Almost made it. So that brings LoLo onto the course. And really, on the chassis that LoLo is made on, this is one of those instances where, provided that there are no real big errors, I don't foresee any issues other than potentially the mechanical. Because there are plenty of opportunities to wedge a tire in and think everything is good. Like stuff like that. Oh, LoLo. Show us the things. Fence side. Coming through. I left an Airtronics radio powered up. Whose radio is that? Okay, that's a momentary distraction there. Microphone's probably canceling out that beeping so you don't hear it. It's all I hear. Nice. Get over there. LoLo should, of other competitors, have some of the least issue passing through the trio, or as someone said in the comments, Tree Amigos. That's pretty good. Megalithics absolutely pulling like a train through there. Okay, of everybody that we've seen, I'm gonna get the beep. Have we seen anyone that easily through the trio? I don't know. We can hit some bottle of throttle here. Better breakover, smaller body, no overhanging bumpers. We can hang up on this high side. We have more than enough flex to get through there. We're going to try to hug up on the side of the tree as well as we can right there. Drop down. Just binds. I'm just watching for binds. As long as we don't stuff an axle into something. These are all the stock gears on the Mias axles. So they're all powder metal. They're all sintered. I'm just going to rock the high side here. This is the stuff right here. This is what I'm trying not to do. There we go. Tried to take that entry a little too fast. LoLo can do the things. You've got to have pretty good breakover to get through there. You've got to have pretty good breakover to stick that fence line. This is the point of breakage for more than one, but we have no bumpers. We have big breakover, just straight up and over. We as a collective kind of, oh no. We've got an interloper coming in. LoLo does not want to take a fall. LoLo's taking a fall. I don't know. We would have to take some sort of cross consideration in there as to whether or not LoLo can be held explicitly responsible for that role. There was a cat on the course a moment ago. But I mean, you know, competition is competition. You got to deal with what comes. So LoLo is indeed full pulling, no breakage, 2 for 2. Getting through the dirt and spider webs here at the end. One fall, that is, if memory serves, and I think in this case it does, that is the same exact spot that Wolverine got a little overconfident and fell. So LoLo with a pretty much a no problem run. Couple little interruptions there, but I mean, if there was one I expected today to do a full pull, it's that one. Our Lady Scarlet, good at the quiet and the low speed, but has never really been tasked or tested. Ooh, I did not like the wobble bobble of that top end when we got over there. As I said, a lot of unsprung weight. AR, do they have a number? I just call them 10 Pro axles. 10 Pro axles built entirely out of Amazon parts. There are no axial parts in there. She is really acting ultra mega heavy. And it almost feels like the rear end does not want to follow the lead of the front end. So she is the heaviest rig on the course this week. Ooh. She's trying to pull the exact same line LoLo did. Get through, get through. Okay, don't. Oh, it's overwhelmed the servo. Oh. Yeah, the servo is getting absolutely murdered. Oh. Oh, no. Oh. Okay, all four wheels are still turning. Much to my surprise, I am trying, you can see it. I'm sure you can see it because I can see it. I'm watching steered to full lock, and then as soon as we pop out in from between rocks, the tires go boing and pop back to center because I've already let go of the steering wheel. Whatever is handling steering duties in here, it is the Eco Power. 640, not the 640. That Eco Power is not strong enough for this. She's managing, she's getting her done, but the steering really leaves something to be desired. Okay, she should manage here through the trees. I feel like most everybody is pretty good at getting to around halfway. Breakages tend to get people in approaching that halfway point. Okay, she's a bit wider, but gotta reverse that. Let's remember, reverses are completely allowed. Yeah, pushing real hard. Do 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 do. Yeah, we find out things. We find out things in terms of setup. We find out things in terms of compatibility of wheel, tire, insert. Hers is the first. Yes, we're only approaching. She is what? Is she number 10? She's number 11 that has run, and the Eco Power servo is not up to it. Look at how much easier. I think, despite straight axles, she was the easiest across that. Metal does not slide as well as plastic, but she's managing. Oh, that might. You know what I just noticed looking at that shot? 2 olive drabs out here in the same week. What are the odds? Uh-oh. Stay low, stay low. Her body is tall. That is the AliExpress FJ. It is paper thin on the back, so we've shorted up. Stay on throttle, stay on throttle, stay on throttle. Ooh, that was the servo not helping. Not helping at all. Okay. She's already through. I keep trying to do the math on how many do we have to run before there are eliminations, before we know somebody has been mathematically eliminated. Like, I want to say Junkbot is mathematically eliminated after passing 6 meters. But Scarlet was a question mark for me on the day. Would she manage full pull? Well, she still hasn't yet. But I feel like if she manages that one bowl, which is getting everybody... Ooh, that's the same spot LoLo went into. The servo is not helping. Oh, no. Get it back, get it back. Yeah, see... Okay, so we have to make, she has to make a decision here. A reset is going to save the axles and the drive shafts. So you move back a meter and you live to fight another day. Honestly, I feel like the strength of the servo is getting less and less as we go. And I don't think that's actually the case. I think that's all perception. I think we're just getting into stuff that is binding up the front end. Don't fall in there. That servo ain't got enough. Come back around. Yeah. Eco power, not the jam. Luckily, that is easily fixable. Like some problems in life, you just throw money at it, and then the problem goes away. Yeah. I'm hearing a lot of like, I'm hearing the twitchies. Yeah, that thing's really twitching. Okay. I don't know if we should try that high side. Her breakover is good. There we go. Yeah, let's go straight into it. We're not going to try that net side with her because I don't think the servo's got it. I don't think it'll hold her on. Coming around. Coming around. Is my memory serving? Was that one fall? We had one hand of God in there to save. Whoa! Hey, hold on, hold on, hold on. Just when you think you're through and you're over, you're not. So she has to go one mark back. And when you have to go one mark back, that is like it's almost a mulligan because the goal is don't do the same thing that you did before. The servo is just absolute betrayal. I can't use the servo to flip over. This is brutality. And with only being able to use the throttle to try to self-right, 29, 28, 27, 26. 3 falls at the 26, she was that, honestly, close to the point where I thought she had made it. All right, so last on the course on the day, and the one that, like, I don't know, it's that hope. It's the, well, Panther Cougars be cougarin'. And also, you know, it's that, I feel like personal victory because Ratchet is a thing. Ratchet is definitely a thing. Canyon-sourced chassis, skid, gearbox. Like, I built this guy. And we're going to try not to get into spots that are too stupid. So he does not have skid forward. He does not have the best breakover. What he has are, the moment I tested Cougars, I was like, I know exactly where these tires are going. There was no second choice. The deflection and the amount of forward drive in these tires, the amount of positional ability, I don't know how much my handiwork even shows because these are just ridiculous. Anything that we have in the fleet, and I have heard people mention, oh, well, this tire is better than that tire, and this tire has done better than this tire. There are Panther Cougars, and then there is everything else. And that's not even, there's no subjectivity to that statement. That's an objective statement. What I'm doing is I'm incepting myself, I'm gaslighting myself, because I built his gearbox out of bits and pieces. There are TRX4 parts in it, there are Vanquish parts in it, there are Stealth X parts in it, and I'm telling myself, I mean, I built all of the shafts that the gears ride on, and I'm telling myself that you're not going to get bound up, and you're not going to snap anything in the gearbox. No. No. Well, he's going to have no problem getting back on at least. As soon as that tire hooked, I knew I was in the wrong spot. He has no fancy tools, no dig, no four-wheel steer, none of that stuff. The only fancy tool he has are Panther Cougars. Let's just try to hug net line. One fall for Ratchet. Driver error? Probably. Let's see if we can just bypass that bowl altogether. Ooh! Let's try it. Let's see if we can bypass that bowl. This is stupid. This is stupid. This is stupid unless it works. And it did not. Oh, no. So deadline continues to separate. Pick two things that you want separated. Do you want men and boys? Do you want wheat and chaff? What are we separating today? The very closing portion of deadline is absolutely savage. I don't know if it was designed as such, but that is definitely what it is. Rigs will coast. Wolverine did it, coasted through to here, and got moited. We had a group that I had fairly high expectations of, and I think the group delivered on that, but nobody made it on a 0. Everybody fell at least once. So we end where we began, with everybody there all lined up. We'll see how, did I remember? No, I did not turn that radio off, so it's going to start beeping in a minute. Blackjack did, let's be honest, Blackjack did about as well as I would have anticipated. His body is very big. He's got full bumpers. These are things that are not going to benefit you on deadline. He did, what, 13 meters just before the halfway point. LoLo, full pull. Absolutely unexpected. One fall. Scarlet, what do we say, 26 meters? 26 out of 29 with the 3 falls. That was very, very close. And I think if there's a flash hobby like 50 kg in there, I think she makes it. We could have gotten her flipped back over. But that eco power might be passable on something if it's mounted in a servo on axle, but it can't do chassis mounted steering. It can't fight that front geometry because Deadline just bullied that servo around. It did not make it. Ratchet with 2 falls, which were, I mean, altogether not unexpected. I thought it was going to be full pull on 1 fall. The first fall was the one I didn't see coming. There was a hand of God there. And with those big tires, could he maybe have flipped himself out? Maybe. But that was a 50-50 toss-up between we can get out of this without recording a fall, or we can rip a drive shaft to shreds or blow up a portal gear. So sometimes it's like think of some of the hand of God, some of the fall moments, think of them in terms of just using a reverse, because sometimes the reverse is going to save you from something worse. And despite the fact that everybody fell, we had 3, 1, 3, 2 in falls. So that is that's 9 falls. That is the most falls in a week, especially considering that 2 of the rigs full pull. 9 falls. We had 0 breakages. Everybody came through unscathed. So it's the first week with no breaks. I think everybody's tires did well. I think everybody's setup did pretty well. I think the only problem we had was that Eco Power 6, not the 640, I can't remember the 10 something. The full size the Eco Power that on A-Main is like $50. That one came in on a trade or in a box of goodies. It arrived here somehow. And much like the current batch of like high-tech servos, not servos that I would recommend. It goes AGFRC Flash Hobby, the Eco Power Flash Hobby again. All the other servos did wonderfully. But we will definitely address her servo issue. I'm thinking 26 meters might be enough to make it, but I don't know. No, it should be enough to make it because we're only getting like 2 a week. But we're getting 50-50 on full pulls versus people who don't finish it all the way. So I'm just trying to drive it into my head. 13-26. So Scarlet made it twice as far as Blackjack. 2 full pulls, 1 with 1 fall, 1 with 2 falls. We did pretty decently, I just made that up, here today on this Wheelin' Wednesday. I hope you all enjoyed. I look forward to seeing you next week. I would have loved, if I had had one other dream, the minor dream would be Scarlet's servo doesn't betray her. The other dream would be Ratchet just walks it and doesn't fall. But there were a couple spots. Maybe we were cooking it a little too quick. Maybe there was a little bit of a level of overconfidence. But we definitely didn't see any instances where the tire was the weakness. I don't think from anybody. I think those moments where it looked like those cut canyon trails were getting overwhelmed was just the steering couldn't hold it. It just couldn't hold it. So that's the first real proper mechanical issue that needs to be addressed. And that's that's a tacit subsurface part of why things like this go on. This is how you find out whether or not the rig is working the way you want it to work. And good, not good, good again. So if we reject the driver errors, I think everybody did reasonably well. I don't think Blackjack I thought was going to be the weakest, and I think proved to be just based, he did well, but full bumpers, full body, doesn't have a big enough portion of unsprung weight, just the usual stuff. So we will see what next week's group is going to be. A wild one. If I remember correctly, it's Toothless, the Phoenix, and then back-to-back Class 1s in Ruby and Lord Pentaby, first of his name. Lord Pentaby, oh my goodness. Anyway, we'll get into that next week. I hope you turn in for that. I look forward to seeing you in all the things in between. I hope that in between now and when we meet again, you one and all do your very best. Have a good one, everybody. We will see you again here from the Canyon with another installment of shenanigans of some sort, and we look forward to seeing you then.